Not sure how this road will go today. A lot of traffic on the coast. It's not a weekend or anything, but it is beginning of summer. We'll just have fun on this road, and I'll comment if I feel like it, or just ride and you can come with me. Basically, we'll just go have fun. Set quite stiff, not quite fully loaded today. There'll be lots of cars. Sometimes they stop in the middle of the road to take a photo, and then they look at you funny when you go by them. Probably go from cool fog to warm sunshine pretty quick. Dirty corners everywhere, always to be expected. Rocks. To keep your balance better in a corner like this, a lot of dirty stuff, you can actually accelerate while dragging the rear brake. Keeps you stable, leaned exactly where you want to be. So you fight the acceleration against the brake, but it gives you stability through nasty conditions. Not going to ride it cutting the road, going to stay in my lane. This is the kind of road those wide bars really pay off. That 9 or 12% lower first gear on the Adventure doesn't hurt. Why, dear? Maybe not as many cars as I think. I think it's the first time I've seen deer on this road. Sunshine quick. Probably getting hot too. If I go from 60 degrees to 80 or 90. Like I said, always dirty. Don't need electric grips anymore. This is where if you're accelerating from a slow speed, you don't want that rear end squat. You want to make sure it's pretty stiff. They'll give you more precise steering. And then as you accelerate, if the bike is lifting less, it's keeping more force on that front wheel, which is definitely what you want on a road like this. You know, loose gravel or something and then a light front end don't go hand in hand. don't want any ego while I ride this road, just good skills. Dirty. What I did just back there in the last corner was I drug the rear brake. I didn't want to go on the gas. I want to see where I was, but I wanted to hold that position I was in so that I could nail the throttle when I had a good enough line of sight. Be lulled into the fact, or I don't want to be lulled into the point there are no cars, because I haven't seen any, which is far less than I expected. They'll be here, and if they're not, I gotta be ready for them anyways. It's looking good though. Just all dirt. Slow down, get back. I never know if you guys want me to talk while I ride on something like this or just enjoy the road. No talking. Drop me a line sometime or send me a note on YouTube if you have a preference. Always looking ahead as far as I can possibly look. Makes you a 10 times better rider. Off-road, street, doesn't matter, same thing. That's what all the racers are so incredibly good at. Desert racer Bruce Ogilvie, soon to go in the Hall of Fame, taught me that as a kid, and he rammed it down my mind, so to speak. There you go, heading for the dirt. One time I went desert riding with Bruce and my brother. We went down a couple different roads and stuff. We were just getting started, and all of a sudden I noticed up ahead he turned right. I came up, turned right, and I go, where did Bruce go? He just turned here. Bruce was so far gone. Number one, he set home the point of how fast the top pros in the world are, and one of the key points he told me about at that time was about looking ahead and what it did for you riding. It's the exact same thing with the street as it is off-road. They're not really riding in the moment. They've ridden that spot and they're up ahead with their eyes planning, looking, and you get better and better and better at that, and it makes you better and better and safer too. If you're looking that far ahead, particularly on the street, you're going to pick up things happening much quicker. before they get to you. Go wide, I can see farther around the corner. It's a small amount, but it's enough to make all the difference. And I can demonstrate the power band. Okay, just out of the hole, the bike pulls great. It pulls better than it used to with the new cylinder heads. Mid-range, right where you want it, a little bit more power. Allows you, say, if you're like sliding a dirt road, you can do it longer because that power is hitting a little bit better through the mid-range to keep you wheel spinning, exiting a corner. And then it gets to be a little mundane, just where most people would think they're in the upper end of things. You know, it's kind of mellow, smooth. But if you go beyond that and rev this thing towards red line, it makes a little more power. And a lot more power than you think if you haven't revved the bike. So if you have one of these and you haven't gotten on the gas, you've gotten something up there power-wise, more than you think it has. I was reminded of that yesterday when I was riding in the lower upper range of the RPM. And then I started revving it after that, going, oh yeah, there's that rush of power it has up top. It's not a sport bike rush. It's a very usable, pretty strong power. But the way the GS is ridden, the type of things it's ridden for, everything's mid-range like this here. Everything is mid-range.